everybody, it's Max with Modern Classics. Today we're taking a close look at this awesome little Lancia Fulvia. This is a 1975 1.3S. What we're going to do is we're going to rip it around a little bit because it's so much fun to drive. And then we're going to do a walk around video. I'll talk about its prior history. I will talk about its condition. I will tell you some fun little details about the Series 3 Fulvias. I've never had one until now. If you're interested in purchasing this car, stay tuned. Or if you're just an enthusiast like myself that wants to learn more about these things, join us. We're gonna have some fun with this car. This is gonna be a fun video. I'm excited to bring this one to market. Talk to you soon. I've been selling cars for over 8 years now professionally, and I've had all sorts of things, from Chevelles, old pickup trucks, muscle cars, Ferraris, a lot of Porsches, which I still love. But after dealing in, boy, probably over 500 cars, you start to become a little jaded, even if you are one of the most true car guys out there. That's where the Fulvias have come along, and they've kind of saved me from myself of being jaded by the car world. This is an interesting car because we never got these in the United States, so you always want what you can't have. Well, we have them now, and this one is very, very special. Super excited to have this one. I can't stop driving it. I've had it for 2 weeks, so I'm going to share with you why I'm so excited about it. If you're like most of us in the United States, you've never probably heard of a Lancia. Actually, I like to call it a Lancia, as they say in Italy, but Lancia is okay for us Americans. They're very interesting cars, a very interesting brand. I've built my dealership on their reputation because this generation of Lancias was just so well put together. These were a little compact car that ended up being pretty darn sporty. The Lancia was really known for their engineering and their materials. This car has a 1.3 liter V4. That's correct, so it's a V4, not an inline 4. Produces a little under 100 horsepower. This one, being a 1975, is one of the last of the runs. They had 3 generations. This is the 3rd generation. And a lot of people criticize the 3rd generation, saying that's when Fiat got involved and really messed them up in their build quality. Well, I have yet to experience any lack of good build quality. I've had about 10 of these cars, and this one actually almost stands above the other ones. I think if you just have a car that's been well cared for, it doesn't really matter who assembled it or what materials they used. It's a good car, and this one just is. However, there will be some details that make the Series 3 stand out from the rest of the Lancia lineup, or the Fulvia lineup, and I'll get into details about that. Before I get into the differences per generation of Fulvia and the modifications that have been done to this car, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history. It's lived in Varese, Italy, northern Italy, its entire life. I have the original libretto for it, and also the registration certificate. It's an Aussie Gold certified car, which means it's wearing its original engine and its original color as well. Otherwise, that would be called out in the certificate. In 2011, it was owned by a doctor who reconditioned this car. He did a restoration on it, and it just presents so well. It was absolutely worth restoring. The metal is in such great condition. The lines on the car are super straight. There's no waves, very little filler, if any, in this body. And also the undercarriage is just mint too. So I believe it has the original floors. I have photographs of the undercarriage. Do inquire. I'll send you a link to the gallery. Just a testament to how nice this car is. So bare metal, repaint in its original color. Don't fret over these. These are just stickers. Same with this here. But it's kind of fun how that, I think that balances out the white rally wheels. What's fun about these Steelies, oops, sorry about that, is they have the Lancia logo in the center. Just very fun. All of your brightwork's in really good condition. The reflection in the hood, I hope you can see that, is just fantastic. It's in such great condition. I had this car fully serviced. Really didn't need much except a carb tune and adjust. Oil was nice and clean, so I didn't even bother to do that. I did have the car polished and a heavy wax job onto it to protect it for a few months. It's sitting on newer tires, And boy, this car just handles so well. It's so much fun to push through the corners. Body is in very, very good condition. Now, what this guy has done, the doctor had done to this car, modification-wise, is he added, and let's just say he removed the front bumpers, but he did it properly. So he put the Monte Carlo plates on there. And then they have these nice little stickers. Those are just, I believe, or they're little caps too. And those are paint matched, which is a nice detail. Now the Series 3 will have plastic headlight surrounds and a plastic grille. I think that's why people kind of harp on them, because they're not steel. These were added rally lights that do function. There's a switch on the dash, and these cool little caps just pop on and off. Metal's in great, great shape. These fender flares were added as well. Those are plastic, as they were from the factory. Some stickers. Having fun with stickers on this car. Rear bumper removal as well. Separate key for the lock, which does function. I have 2 sets of keys for this car. Newer exhaust system throughout the vehicle. All of this steel's in good condition. While we're back here, you do have a full spare jack, wrench. Listen to this. Just solid. Newer mirror. Take a look at the interior, which is in excellent shape as well. It is just so solid and tight in here. It honestly feels like a new car. The seats were recovered in their Lancia text. Door cards are beautiful. All your trim looks nice too. Windows roll up and down. People do, like I said, they really harp on the Series 3, and I thought they knew what they were talking about, and I took a risk and bought this car, and I'm sure happy I did, because it's really not that different from the other generations. Just listen to this tolerances on this, and this nice big piece of metal. It's just a nice car. Fire extinguisher down there. Pedals are in good shape. Carpets are beautiful. Little bit of wear there. But, you know, this car was restored in 2011, so it's not a fresh restoration. Headliners original. I love it when they don't mess with the headliners, don't mess with a good thing. It's always hard to replicate those. Killer period correct steering wheel. Almost feels like a prototypo for you Porsche fans. And those white gauge faces with the blue exterior and the white gauges in the steering wheel. It just feels like such a little sporty car. It's a fun thing to pilot. Clock works. Fans work. Everything works. Here's your switch for your light. For your fog lights, I should say. I'll go ahead and start it up. I'll turn on the lights. I'll do a little information sharing here on how these cars work, a little user manual. There's how you turn your lights on. There's for your brights. Here's for your fog lights. I'm going to turn the brights off while the fog lights are on. You can't see it during the day, but these are backlit. I remember hopping in this car, and the backlighting on these gauges is very bright. The dash feels nice and clean. I was so surprised and excited to see the backlight functioning so well on these bright white gauges. Very, very fun. You can hear the fan. The fan is very wimpy. It's always been in these cars, but if you're cruising on a cool morning, it's nice to have that heater, which I've been experiencing cooler mornings this September. The car has never been smoked in. Turn that off. Here are your wipers. do function. Fog lamp works, or interior dome lamp works. Here's your shift pattern. That's a little detail in the Series 3 that I haven't seen before. Reverse is down and back, or down and up to the left. Oh, we've got these funky, I've never seen seatbelts like this before. It's very entertaining. What happens is you slide that out, and then you take this, which says bang on it. Never seen this before. You slide that on, and then you collapse this and lock it in place. And there's your seatbelt. Very funny. Let's take a look under the hood. Oh, there's a choke for people that aren't familiar with Fulvias. Here's your choke. I have it marked. You can hear it engaging. And we'll take a look under the hood. Very cool, nice and tidy engine bay. What you're going to see here are these velocity stacks, or trumpets. And those trumpets are a modification. They have removed the airbox, which really just adds a lot of grunt and noise to the engine. It's very, very cool. This one feels a lot more powerful than any of the others. And I would assume that's because it has an electronic ignition installed. So it'll see a little bit more spark. Plus, what you're hearing, especially that little chirping, I've been told that that's because of the trumpets on the air intake manifold there. Radiator's in good shape, hoses are in good shape. Transmission shifts very well. Even your light comes on. There's our lights there. All your turn indicators work too. Factory wiper bag. Just overall a super cool car. I think what we're gonna do now is hop in the driver's seat and take it for a spin. Right, so one of the first things you notice when you sit in a Fulvia, if you've never done before, is there's a lot of space in here, and it's actually very comfortable. The seats are like very nice, comfortable lounge chairs. They're not super supportive, so it's not going to be a Recaro seat, but definitely something that will treat you well if you wanted to take this for a drive. Nice armrests on the sides. Your gear lever is in a great spot. The driving position is excellent. It feels like a proper Italian car. They just nail proportions, and they actually get mostly ergonomics right, at least with the driving position. A lot of greenhouse. If you're a tall person, you're not going to have any trouble sitting in here. I'm about 6 feet tall, and I still have plenty of headroom even with a hat on. I have put 2 other people in addition to myself. I had a friend lay in the back one day, and we went to an air show. It was pretty comical, but he was commenting how it's actually not that bad back there. I wouldn't recommend it, but definitely comfortable for 2 people up front. A lot of leg room, contrary to most Italian cars. This one's very, very comfortable. What else can I tell you? It doesn't have it. This particular car has never been smoked in. It doesn't have any nasty odors. It actually doesn't really smell like anything in here. Let's go for a drive. E-brake. Clutch feels new, and it lets out very nicely. This is a 5-speed car. We're in 4th currently. Synchros feel very good. I'm going to turn the heater off. It's warm in here. And we're just cruising along. No squeaks, no rattles in here. That was a pretty hefty bump. No drama there. All of my gauges work nicely. Throttle response is great. That sound of the trumpets on the engine just make you really want to keep your foot in it. And it's rewarding too. It's a 2,000-pound car, and so it doesn't take a lot to get this car moving. It's extremely nimble. The steering is very, very tight. brakes as well are very strong. Synchros feel good on the transmission. I'm gonna go down into third. We're gonna hit another bump here. You can hear if there's any rattles. Just very, very tiny. I think that about sums it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. My name's Max here at Modern Classics. I import these cars in the United States. It's my full-time job. I'm a licensed and bonded and insured dealership in the state of Idaho. These cars are located at my shop here in Boise, Idaho. Our airport code is BOI if you'd like to fly in and take a look. Or if you'd like to purchase one of these cars, we can always have these shipped to you as well. So hopefully you felt comfortable with this video. Hopefully you learned something fun. I enjoy sharing these, and if you liked this, go ahead and give me a like on YouTube. I'd love to hear even a comment, and also subscribe if you'd like to watch more videos coming soon about these fun cars and some Alfa Romeos as well. Thanks for watching.